I'm live. I don't see the live button. I think I'm live. If you guys can see me live and if you can hear me properly, just let me know in the comments below. Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about mom guilt, and I'm going to make it a very informal conversation. Just here. Hi, Rovina. Hello. So I'm seeing some moms popping in. So I'm going to just wait for a couple of minutes for more of you to join in because I want this conversation to be interactive. I'm going to keep it super short, say like 10 minutes, and just going to keep it interactive. So going to wait. Hi, Jyoti. So just going to wait for a few of you to join in. I'm having my green tea. So let me know what you guys up to this morning or evening, depends on where you are. Hey, Liana, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. You have a beautiful name. Am I pronouncing it right? All right, so today we're going to make a fun conversation around mom guilt. Hey, Karishma. So yesterday I watching one of my shows. Amazing. Which one? So I have been watching Big Little Lies, the season 2, both the episodes, and I feel they're epic. Hey, Hemapriya. Okay, so mom guilt. I made a post yesterday on our group, and few of you said, yeah, let's go live, and we can have like a fun conversation about it because married at first sight, haven't heard about that. Wow, sounds interesting. Okay, so I feel when we talk about mothering, mom guilt kind of gets attached to it, right? And it pops in as soon as we become mothers. I think it's here to stay. Hey Jyoti, good to see you with a cup of green tea. Yeah, I'm having a sore throat, so and not wanting to take any kind of medicine, so just trying to do all the ghar ka nushkas. Okay, so yeah, let's begin. So so as I was saying, mom guilt stems from a lot of things. It can be internal as well as external. And when I talk about internal, and you guys feel free to comment because I'm not here talking from an authoritative point of view. I'm just a normal mom. We all are normal moms here, and I think that's the beauty of this community, that none of us want to be super moms, because I feel like, the way I told in the post yesterday, we all are enough. And as mothers, even if we just do that much, like doing what we want to do from our heart is enough, and that is what this whole conversation is about. Hey Bhuana, good morning. Okay, so as I was saying, when you talk about mom guilt, there are two factors. There is that internal thing that, when I indulge in some kind of self-love or self-care routine, I'm trying to be selfish. That feeling always kind of pops in. Does it happen to you? Hey Kuhu, hey Yogini. If I'm taking a break, watching something on the TV, or going to a spa or a salon, Neha is saying, I love you, Neha. Okay, so, if you're taking that break, you feel you're being selfish, you're being self-centered. So I feel a lot of guilt comes and props from there. And the next is that external factor. As mothers, there are so many things on our head. There are expectations from the world, from the family. There is social media. So a lot of it is happening internally as well as externally, right? And I think that makes it even more worse, right? But I have to tell you guys this, okay? That sometimes it feels good to just kind of acknowledge that, mom guilt is here, and probably it's here to stay. Tomorrow, after a week, after a month, few years down the road, when children probably will be in college, it's going to be here because we are humans, and we are going to get all of those feelings. Okay, we just can't be positive and happy all the time. We're going to have feelings of guilt and feelings of being anxious and feelings of being sad, and that makes us humans, right? And it also shows that we are not perfect, okay? We are as normal as we can be. And I feel which is a good thing, right? To not aim for that perfection and just being in our truest authentic self. And this is something that I keep talking inside our Mom Sparkle inner circle too, that just being happy in the zone that you are in that authentic zone, is more than enough, rather than wanting some kind of either external validation or aiming for some kind of false perfection. It also shows that we care. It also shows that we care for our children, because we are feeling guilty about some things. We're caring for ourselves, we're caring for our family. So this is a slightly different perspective of looking at mom guilt. But it's important that we keep it at that, because if we don't keep it at that, then it becomes spirally, it goes into a spirally downward reaction where we start attaching feelings to it. Give me a moment to explain. Hey Bhuvaneswari. So for example, I potty trained Ritvik, I think when he was around 3, I guess. I don't remember. But yeah, when he was around 3. And I know a couple of my family friends, or somebody in my family who had potty trained their children when they were 1, 2. And as a new mother, I thought that, oh, I have not yet potty trained Ritvik, and probably that makes me a bad mother. So when we start attaching these feelings of shame or not being enough to mom guilt, that's where I feel we need to take a pause and reflect and see that what's going on and how can we help ourselves. Because acknowledging that the mom guilt is there, and it's going to be there, is okay. But then going spirally down and feeling that, oh, that's making me a bad mom, allowing my child to watch whatever it is on the screen, on the iPad, so that I get a breather to lie down, or I get a breather to cook in the house, makes me a bad mom. So when you attach these kind of feelings, I feel that's when the negativity around mom guilt sets in. Hey Sahitya, what a beautiful name. Hi Shilpa. So I want us to do one thing. I have some beautiful music here, so I'm going to put that on. And whenever you guys get some time, first let me put some music on. Let me see, 1 second. Can you guys hear it? Okay, so I'm going to put some music on, and we're just going to reflect and journal, okay? So I want all of you to write down, what are the things that make you guilty as a mother, right now, in the phase of the life that you are in right now. More than welcome to tell me answers in the comments below. So I'll tell you one thing that I always feel guilty is not spending enough time with Ritvik. So just write down, what are things that make you feel guilty as a mother. So you can say, I feel guilty because, or whatever way you want to write it. And now we're going to flip that narrative, okay? So for example, you might feel guilty about going to work, leaving the child back home, and that's making you feel like a bad mom. So you can write that down. I'm feeling guilty for going to work, leaving my little child behind, and that's making me feel bad, that's making me feel terrible. It's good to flush out those feelings, those thoughts, onto a piece of paper, internally inside your mind, whatever way you want to do. And then we're going to flip that narrative. So instead of saying I'm feeling guilty about going to work and that makes me a bad mother, you flip it and say, I love going to work and I'm doing it for myself and my family, and that makes me a good mom, that makes me a happy mom. Okay, so that's just one example. If you want to comment below, we can discuss about more examples, or we can do it when you guys watch this on a replay. So that's one thing. Second thing that I love doing with my mom guilt is actually talking to mom guilt. Okay, and this may sound funny, but I want you guys to do it. And I do this for any of that, icky feeling that I get sometimes. So I pretend that, okay, Jyoti is saying, I feel mom guilt is going to be there even when you're enough. Absolutely, absolutely. So one way I do, look at it, and it's a very funny way, is I pretend that I'm going on a drive, and mom guilt is that uninvited guest in the car, and I, of course, I'm in the, driver's seat, and along with me are all the things that I really want to take with me. It can be self-love, it can be creativity, it can be mindfulness. And then I tell the mom guilt that, you are the uninvited guest here, but I know even if I tell you to go, you're not going to go and you're going to jump into the car, and that is completely fine. But I'm in the driver's seat and I get to drive. I get to choose the path, and I want you to keep quiet. You can hang on, you can hang around here, but I don't want you to talk, okay? Self-love, mindfulness, Miss Creativity, all of us are going to decide the path while you just wait here and watch us. And as silly and as funny as it may sound, just try doing this, either mentally or actually talking the way I just spoke. And I don't know what happens, but it kind of eases me off. And I do the same thing when I'm feeling anxious, when I'm feeling fearful about something, because fear, anxiety, these things are going to be here, okay? And we can't just shrug them off, right? Inside the Mom Sparkle, I did one live where I spoke about, happiness is not just about, this feeling of being joyous and happy and positive all the time. It's also about acknowledging, the negative feelings. It's also about, saying that, yes, the anxious feelings are there, the fears are there, the jealousy is there, all those feelings are here to stay. So acknowledge them and then decide what you're going to do about it. Happiness is also about doing things that feel right and authentic to you. And it's also about the growth, because I feel every day we all are growing, what we were yesterday is not what we are today. Every day is a new day, and we are learning new things. So I feel happiness is not just about feeling happy. It's about all of these things. And my point is, as all of you are saying, Vaishnavi is saying, there aren't any good or bad moms. Yes, all moms are good. It's just a behavior for any particular situation, and they are just good or bad on that action. Absolutely, absolutely, I totally agree. So yeah, that acknowledging, and then of course seeing what you feel is right, and then taking that next baby step is so important. I also feel it's important to show empathy towards ourselves, because as mothers we're so self-critical about ourselves. So being empathetic towards ourselves is so important. Yeah. And I also feel it's important, when you talk about mom guilt, is to simplify parenting. I feel oftentimes we feel guilty because we try to overcomplicate parenting, and we feel that we need to do so many things with the child. We need to buy certain things, we need to do these activities. And though I know when Ritu was, little, he used to love doing his Montessori activities, but I'm sure that he would have grown into the same, beautiful soul that he is right now if I wouldn't have done anything with him. So, wherever possible, I feel it helps if we simplify parenting. We don't have to do it all. We don't have to please everyone. We don't have to be in that go 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 hustle mode. So I feel it also helps if you take that pause and take a step back and see how you can simplify your parenting journey, your life, your home. I feel all of these will definitely help in at least diminishing some power of that mom guilt. Okay, Ileana is saying my youngest who's 2 is laying with me. I said, look at my friend. How cute. What's her name? Say hi to her. Hey. Okay, so yeah, simplifying parenting and simplifying life as such, I feel is so important. I feel that should be the foundation of parenting, simplicity. And if you haven't read this book, Simplicity Parenting, I feel it's a beautiful, gorgeous book to read. It just gives out this message so loud and clear. So yeah, simplicity. I love the word simple. Hey Niranjana. Okay, what else? If you guys have any more, so this is a very random, very informal video, okay? Her name is Avyana. How beautiful. What does it mean? I love that name. Okay, one more thing besides, practicing simplicity in life is letting go of the perfection. I feel that's so important, to let go of a perceived notion of what and how we want to parent, and just being there. I feel children do not need anything more than our love, and I feel we all know that, and I'm just here to remind myself and remind you guys. So Namrata, one second, Namrata is saying, and she got scared and cried because of fear. I tried to be mindful many times, but I lost. I know I can relate, because sometimes, and most of the times in parenting, things can be avoided if we work on ourselves and if we stay calm, but that's not possible all the time, right? Because we have so much to take care of, and parenting and life can get hard. It we can't glorify it because it's difficult. And let's just authentically come to that point where we all open up and show up in our truest selves and say that yes, it's not easy. Okay, Liana is saying the origin is Indian. How beautiful. It means strong and powerful. Yeah, so letting go of that perfection, I feel the more authentic, the more real we are, especially online with each other, where as mothers, we don't judge and shame each other and try to empower and just support each other. I feel that's more than enough. And this community is such a beautiful example of that. And I love you guys for that, because I know everyone here believes in that, uplifting each other, empowering each other, rather than just judging or shaming, because we see mom shaming everywhere, and that kind of makes me sad. And that's the whole vision, why I build this community. Yeah, being transparent is so powerful. I agree. And not just as mothers, as women, I totally agree that. And I feel in all aspects of life, not just in parenting, if you're an entrepreneur, in all aspects, I feel being authentic, being transparent is so important. And acknowledging that, yeah, it is hard sometimes, and yes, it's it's amazing, it's adventurous, it's the most magical, beautiful, joyous thing on this earth, but it's also hard. just acknowledging the fact and just letting everybody know that we all are sailing in the same boat makes things so real and so simple. Okay, so Bhavna is saying, yeah, losing temper. I feel at some point we all, as mothers, lose temper. I have done that, and oh my god, the mom guilt after that, because it was not the child's fault. It came because your cup was empty. You were tired and you needed that break, and you vented it out on your child. And oh my god, I know it can make you feel so guilty. And I think we all have gone through this, Bhavna. And so I feel it's so important to fill our cup. And it need not be something fancy. It need not be going to, a spa or a salon. It can be something super simple that you do back home mindfully, just for yourself. Because and as cliched as it sounds, I feel it's important to nurture and mother ourselves before we start mothering our little ones. Because Neha is saying, I feel guilty of losing temper. My twins sometimes annoy a lot. Yeah, Neha, it's difficult. And we have a beautiful project that we have done in the group called Mindful Parenting. So, you can have a look at those threads. We have discussed a lot of ways of, respectfully, peacefully, mindfully parenting. But again, I know it takes a lot of patience, and we all are here hand in hand with each one of you. And none of us are perfect, is all that I want to tell you guys. None of us are perfect. Okay, what else? Yeah, fill your own cup. I feel that's so important. And I also feel taking break from digital medium, and it feels so funny and crazy that I am on the digital medium and saying this, but having stipulated time when you want to be online makes so much sense. And I have times when I see myself just scrolling on the phone, and I know it's making things even more worse. So being mindful of how much time you're going to give to the digital world, I feel is so important. So yeah, so I hope this makes sense in some way or the other. I just wanted to pop in here and tell you guys that each one of you here is enough. And as beautifully said by one of the moms above, there is no such concept as good mom, bad mom, creative mom, non-creative mom. We all are amazing in our own right. And yeah, just celebrate where we are at the moment, without comparing ourselves and our life with those that we see on the screen on social media. Because that is just one or two good moments that are shared on the social media. That's not the whole life, right? I mean, yeah, right now it's peaceful here because my son is at school. But if he would have been here, he would be all over me, hugging, cuddling, probably saying hi to you guys, probably dragging me so that we could read a book or play. But that's real life, right? This is a part of my life, but this is not how my life is all day long, right? And I'm sure this holds true for each and every one of us. So just embracing all of it, I think will help us to take some care of our mom guilt. Oh, Bhavna, I love you. So yeah, so in conclusion, I feel mom guilt is here to stay. And acknowledging mom guilt is important, but also it's important to ensure that we don't take the spiral downward path where we then start labeling ourselves as I'm not enough, I'm not a good mom. So I feel, yeah, this video is all about that we are enough and we are all amazing. And this group is here to just support you guys and to just unconditionally, love you guys and hold hands with each one of you. So I love you guys so, so, so much, and have a beautiful day. I'm going to sign off now. And just let me know if you guys have any topics, where we can just have this very informal conversation. Just let me know in the comments. I would love to just pop up like this and chat with you guys, just in my real, truest, authentic self. I've not even combed my hair, as you can see. So this is as real as it can get, guys. Okay, so just let me know if you have any topics that you want me to talk about or get an expert to talk about. Just let me know, guys. Okay, I love you guys so much. Bye for now.